Hey, this is Aldrin from the Cracktastic Blast Podcast, back with another MOTU Monday video here on YouTube. Today we're going to be looking at another of the figures from this wave, the Snakeman wave. We're looking at Ssqueeze. That's right, there he is, getting ready to squeeze everyone's life out. Anyway, I'll take a look at him in just a second. Alright, we're back. We got the figure out of the box, or off the card. And before we take a look at that, and the figure and the rest of the stuff, the card, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you know when a video like this comes out, which will be on a Monday from MOTU Monday. Be sure to go to our website, www.cracktasticblast.com. The website's a place to go for all the things you need to know, like links to our social media, podcast, which comes out every other Tuesday, download wherever you listen to podcasts. Our sponsor, Toy Hacks at toyhacks.com. Every month we run a caption contest to give away a $5 coupon to Toy Hacks. So be sure to comment so that you can win $5 for Toy Hacks. What else? There's Amazon wishlist. If you felt so generous as to get us something, then we would do a video like this, give you a shout out, say thank you, and show everyone what you got us. Of course, there's no pressure to do that, but if you wanted to, that would be awesome. There's merch, like this hat, and bios, much, much more. And all those things can be found at www.cracktasticplastic.com. Alright, so, talking about Ssqueeze, he is the evil, long-armed viper. You can trap warriors in a slither hold. Ssqueeze constricts his victims out of their last breath with his enormously elongated arms. So we have, there's him squeezing Rio Blast, and oh, look who it is, it's Extendar, who will be dropping May 22nd on Mattel Creations, so be sure to go there to buy Extendar as well. Hopefully I will get one as well. And we can show it to you here on the show. Alright, it also comes with a parts list. What can you swap out? What can you replace? You can pop off his long arms and put them on somebody else, because that's fun. And of course it comes with the same comic book that all the other figures I opened the last few weeks had, which is the Fading Fortress, and there's Ssqueeze right there. Getting ready to squeeze Snake Armor Man-at-Arms. So watch out. He's going to get you. So that's that. Put that over there. And let's take a look at the figure, of course. This is Ssqueeze. Obviously noticing where do we have paint thing, I'll show you here in just a second. But here he is. Look at those long arms. And it looks like they have a wire inside so that you can kind of bend them however you want to bend them. And there is some articulation on the hands. Go back a little bit so you can, right there, that swivels around. But yeah, you can bend them, and I bet you can pop these off. So you can attach that to somebody else. Long one. Oops, that pops right off. So there he is. There's his face. It's a pretty good head sculpt, I think. So this is what I was talking about, the little paint spot right there. I don't know if I can scrape that off, or that's something that's on there forever. Anyway, that's he's got, of course, articulation in his knees, his torso, and all that stuff, but he's got these long arms to squeeze you. It says on the back of the card you can trap 3 different figures around like that. Of course, he does come with an accessory, his little snake pet, which looks like this. And this is just a molded piece of plastic, not really a lot of flexibility to it, just one piece. I did notice that I thought it was his tongue at first, but I think it's like a little laser gun coming out of his mouth. That's weird. But you can hold this, I guess. You can hold it in his hand, sort of. Maybe it's supposed to like oops, he just popped his hand off. I think it's supposed to do that. Wrap around his hand. There's this little pet snake. But yeah, it's got a little snake insignia there on his chest. Just took this snake out of his hand. Maybe. But let's compare him to the vintage one. I actually just recently bought this, probably maybe last year. It was around last year. It was at a what was that? It was Memphis, Missouri, I believe. There was a toy show there. I got to meet Sergeant Slaughter, and I found this vintage. Here he is, vintage. Here's the new one. Vintage Ssqueeze right there. Coloring is a little different. Face is a little different as well. The teeth kind of go way back in his mouth. But otherwise, I think it looks pretty close. I did notice there's like more texturing on his arm, kind of like the Thing from Fantastic Four. There's not as much. It's kind of rubbed off a lot here on his arm, and like the scales, I guess, is what it would be. Does he have a little snake man on his wrist? He does. Okay, but on the vintage one, there's no articulation in his hand. And my hand's broken too. I got a broken piece there of his finger, and I'm missing the snake, his snake friend pet. But otherwise, that's my vintage one. Of course, his arms also kind of bend, however you want them. They sort of bend. they kind of do stuff. Goal, field goal. But yeah, I think this Origins one is a better improvement, especially with the articulation that you get, and you can pop off his arms. He actually has shoulders now, instead of just a straight. The other one, the arm just goes straight through the body, until you can like have like a really long arm and a little short arm, which is kind of funny. But yeah, this is pretty cool with the extra kind of articulation in his hands, and the hands look a little better, and the scales look a little better. Coloring is a little lighter, but that's fine. It's just a lighter color. I think they did a good job on the face sculpt as well, and the armor and everything else matches up pretty well. So I'd say definitely an improvement to the vintage one. Not as glossy. It's one thing I always noticed, that they made these so glossy looking, and then these are kind of just matte colors. So anyway, that's the two. Looks awesome. Glad to have it, of course, in the collection, as always. So that's pretty much it. Not a lot with Ssqueeze. He can squeeze people, obviously. And yeah. Oh, what's attached? What if He-Man wanted some long arms? Wouldn't that be cool? Says everyone that's watching this video. Yeah, you should totally put some long arms on He-Man. That would be awesome. Sure, we'll do that. Why not? That would be fun. Oh my God, my arms are so long. Oh no. What a world, what a world. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Pretty ridiculous, but it's something he can do, I guess. And make the ultimate snake man. He can take his arms and pop them on somebody else. But anyway, this has been Ssqueeze saying, see you later, waving. Bye, guys. And I've been saying, ciao for now.